For today's lesson, we're going to play the blues, but we're going to finger pick this instead of using a pick, and we're not going to strum it and we're not going to chug it. We're going to do some finger picking techniques. So if I were to strum this with a pick, I'm using my fingernail. If it was a pick, it would be like this kind of rhythm. What I want to do is play this E7 chord, second finger on A2, first finger on G1, and I'm going to do the piano technique with my right hand. My thumb's on the low E string. I've got my fingers under the strings, D, G, B, and high E. I'm going to pluck them like this, at the same time, like that. And that's the one chord in the key. And the rhythm I want to play is like this. I'm going to play bass, bass, chord, chord, like this. Okay? If we count that, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... All right, so we're going to play a fast change blues. We're going to go to the 4 chord on the second measure, and that's going to be A7. That's second finger D2 and third finger on B2. It's the 4 chord in the key. E is 1, F sharp's 2, G sharp's 3, and A is 4. So it's a blues, and that's our 4 chord. In the second measure, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go bass, bass, chord, chord, bass, bass, chord, chord. This time my bass note is the A string. So I have this so far. Boom, boom, got 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Okay? Now let's go back to E7 for the next 2 measures. Now I have 4 measures. It sounds like this. Okay. Now the way the blues works is we're going to go to the 4 chord again next. And then back to the 1 chord. So that was 8 measures so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're using our fingers instead. The 5 chord is going to be B7, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, and that looks like this. It's 2 on A2, first finger D1, third finger G2, and fourth finger up here on high E2. Again, the bass note is on the A string, and then we'll play A7 next, and then back to E7. And then we'll do a little turnaround. Just go A sharp, B, and B7. So that's the open A string. First finger on A1, second finger A2, and then the chord. All right, here's everything we have so far. Right? So it's kind of fun to play the blues with your fingers, right? It's not so hard. If you want to practice just arpeggiating the chords, you might want to just do that to get your fingers acclimated. Kind of just playing through the chords and sort of tickling the ivories, if it would say that on piano. If you're struggling with finger picking, I did a lesson a few lessons back where I showed some different techniques, and we're using those for the blues today. So you might want to take a look at that and then come back to this if you're really having a hard time doing this. So here's my E7 chord. Now what I want to do next is we're going to move a bass line a little bit. We're going to go like this. So on E, and then the second fret of A, which is the B note, it's like this. Boom, boom. If you counted that, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... All right, on A7, I'm going to go the other direction. I'm going to play the A string and then the E string. So it's like opposing motion. We have doom, doom, da, da, doom. Other direction. And then back to E7 again for 2 measures. Do the same thing on A7 again. And then E7. For B7, second finger is going to go all the way down here to low E2. For A7, same thing from before. E7, our turnaround. All right, let's play that. Now you'll notice my little finger kind of has a mind of its own. It's dampening. You're going to notice that as you play, you'll start dampening the strings more, kind of unconsciously, so subconsciously. I don't mean to do that if you see my finger flopping around. It's just trying to keep things quiet. Let's get this blues moving a little bit now. I'm going to start the same way. Bass, bass, chord, chord. I'm going to throw this little finger picking riff into it. And basically I'm leaving my first finger out because my first finger is responsible for the D string. And I'm going like this. Thumb, finger, thumb, finger, thumb, finger. It's A, B, D, G, A, B. And I'm using my ring finger for the B string and my middle finger for the G string. Sounds like this. So it's like boom. A7 will do the same thing. Do it slowly. So we have. That sounded pretty cool playing it fast, right? I'm going to do the first 8 measures. Here they are really slowly. All right, now the B7 chord looks like this. Same pattern on the right hand, same strings. Back to, and then, all right, so now we have. Alternating bass lines. And then with this extra part added into it. Now we're going to add another pattern in. This time it's going to be a triplet. Looks like this. So instead of being thumb, finger, it's thumb, finger, finger, thumb, finger, finger. leave the first finger out. And again, it's going to be the same finger assignments. Your ring finger under the B string and your middle finger under the G string. We're going to go thumb, finger, finger, thumb, finger, finger. It's A, B, G, D, B, G. So we would go boom. You'll notice my hand is over here on the bridge to dampen the strings. It sounds fatter over here, for sure, like with classical guitar. But this is going to be better for keeping the strings quiet for the blues. That's why I'm over here. So now I can mix and match all of that. I will mention that I sometimes add this D note at the top on the B string, or the C sharp note is the 13 of the chord, or even sometimes I'll add the high E string on the second fret for the 9, or even the sharp 9 up here like this. For the A7 chord, my little finger can go to the 3rd fret, that's G, that's the 7 of the chord. F sharp is the 6th, E is the 5, so all those notes can move around when you play this. And let's try that. So that's all free to move around. Now, a lot of times I'll throw a lick in too. Some of these, like, just standard blues licks. In the first position, we can add a different turnaround too. Here's a good turnaround to add to this. We're going to go. So we can go like boom, 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 boom. The turnaround is the part of the blues that brings you back to the beginning again. It's like it just whips you around. The blues is very repetitive. It's the same 12 measures over and over and over again. So the turnaround allows you to kind of go back to the beginning again. It looks like this. Again, finger picking. I'm using these 2 fingers to walk this. And here's the whole thing all together, just freely playing. Playing the blues with your fingers is a lot of fun. I will mention you can do everything I just did with the pick as well and do hybrid picking. But if you're not going to strum or you're not going to chug the chords and you want to play with your fingers, then you can do this now. And if you drop the pick during a gig and you're like, oops, and you have no pick to play with, you can get away with playing with your fingers. So that's a bonus. But thank you so much for checking out today's lesson. If you have not subscribed to the channel already, please do so. Lots of lessons on their way. I appreciate you watching the video. Catch you next time.